You are watching a clip from the Sports and Sorts podcast.
Play ball!
There's some possible trades that are likely to happen. I've been keeping a close eye on certain trades and certain things. I mean, last night there was basically saying that Segura he was likely going to be a Philly, and
yep.
Basically overnight they came to an agreement.
Yes.
They came to an agreement. He is going to be a Philly most likely, unless something weird happens.
Yeah.
For prospect J.P. Crawford, which I don't understand because J.P. Crawford doesn't seem to be all that special. He's got he doesn't really have much. I mean,
I love Segura. I was really hoping the Yankees could get him. He would have been a perfect fit.
Segura's he's can steal bases. He's got good range. He can smack the ball all over the field. He's a good player. And the ramifications that could happen because of this trade. I know that you had posted in the shared list that we have, the list, which I highly recommend to anybody that's out there.
It's good. I do like it.
It's a very good list, a way to have lists and share lists and stuff like that, grocery lists and like this, for instance, like you're doing.
It's a good little app. It's a good little app.
It is, and it really works out well. And then it pops up a notification saying that somebody modified the list, and I can be like, oh, what did Brian put in here, and I can check it out. Yeah. And on the list, you had put that possibly Manny to the Yankees because of this trade, or do you think the Phillies have a good shot to land Manny, this young star?
To me, I see this more as the Phillies' intention to go hard after Harper now.
See, I think it's more. I think that this is more of. I still think that he could easily land with the Phillies.
So, that'd be a heck of a left side of the infield,
right? And that's what I mean. I mean, you just say we want Manny to play third, and we'll sign, because I think that what they did is they probably cleared this through Manny. It was like, if we sign Segura to play short, will you play third, which will of course make us a better team if we shore up the left side of our infield.
It's possible. I mean, it is possible. I see it. I mean, I read the tea leaves maybe as a little bit too Captain Obvious and saying, okay, well, because I think Manny said he would play third only for certain team, and I thought that meant the Yankees. Maybe, but maybe it applies to Philly and to New York.
Because Manny Machado is one of the worst shortstops in the league.
At this point, though, wouldn't you have to say it's a toss-up? He's going to either be a Yankee or a Philly. Don't you think? I mean, unless the White Sox. I mean, the White Sox might offer him a ton of money, but I mean, my God, if you go to the White Sox, dude.
Yeah. No, he's going to be a Yankee or a Philly. I'm pretty much.
He really is.
Yeah, I mean and as far as Manny Machado, I mean, he can catch balls that are hit to him, but he doesn't have any range at short. He is rangeless.
I'd want him at third.
But he's a very good. He's not the best, but he's probably a top 10 third baseman defensively in the league. He's no Anthony Rendon. He's not Nolan Arenado. He's not even Bregman. I think is probably better than him.
I'd want him at third if it was me.
Yeah, I mean he is a very, very good third baseman. He makes amazing plays over there. His talents are best suited at third. Whereas short, he's if he goes to a team and he plays short there, that's good for the teams that are playing against him because he doesn't have any range. But I don't know. I really felt like this was kind of a good idea for the Phillies and be like, dude,
sure.
Unless they decide to shift Segura to second, he can play second.
They could.
But that would be, and then you would be shoring up your middle infield. But I really think that you're weaker at that point in time because he's not a good shortstop, and that's unfortunate for them. But he is going to put up astronomical numbers. He will put up numbers that he will not put up anywhere else, except for if he went to Philly? Cincinnati. If he goes to Philly, he's going to put up 40 bombs, 130 RBIs, and he's going to bat 300 with an on-base percentage of about 350.
He'd probably win an MVP.
370. There's very good chance that he could win MVP there. I mean, he could do it anywhere. He's that talented of a player.
Oh, sure, the talent's
But there, he's going to put up numbers that are just
monster numbers.
Yeah,
monster numbers. Yeah, I don't know. I saw it, and my first thought, my very first instinct was, oh my God, he really is going to be a Yankee. But who knows? You could be right. You could be right. I hope you're right. I really don't want to. We've said this already a number of times. I don't want that guy anywhere near New York. I really just don't. But you know what? What's encouraging from a Yankee perspective is that, before I get to that, one thing that does disturb me a little bit, though, is that they showed a little, you may have seen this, I think, on Yankees Hot Stove, but Jack Curry was interviewing Brian Cashman, and Cashman made it very clear that he's not holding any of what Manny Machado did in the postseason or said in the postseason against him at all. That's probably just being smart on his part, because obviously if you have any intention, but let's be honest, what that shows you is that the Yankees are clearly in on him in some way. They are absolutely positively in on him.
The worst case scenario, they're just trying to drive up the price.
They are vetting that. They're going to vet that situation intensely. He is going to talk to Hal. He's going to talk to Cashman. There's going to be there's going to be a lot going on there, without a doubt. And it's all. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to be one of the more prolific winter meetings in history. And Cashman even said the other day, we have a lot of work to do with the winter meetings, which if you're a Yankee fan, you should be excited about that, because that means there's just a lot to come.
Yeah.
You know,
when do they start?
December 9th. This coming Sunday.
Because we are going to be taking some time off. Around the holidays, we're going to take some time off. And of course, if something huge pops up,
we'll pop on.
We will pop on. But
we might do a winter meeting show.
We could possibly do that. Maybe have Corelli on. Maybe bring Damian on. We could possibly do something like that. Because we are going to take some time off around the holidays. Likely, what's going to happen is we're going to be taking off probably the 19th, and then coming back maybe the 26th. At the latest, we'll come back the 29th. So we're going to be taking some time off around the holidays. We're going to figure out our schedules and everything like that, because we want to enjoy the holidays with our family. We don't have to take time away to prepare for this and all that kind of stuff. We'll keep in contact, and if something happens, like something huge pops up, and on the 19th,
then
we decide not to do it, then we will do it. We'll come on. Maybe even like the 22nd or something like that. That might be kind of a designated time to really see what's going on. But any time during that week, the 19th and 22nd, if something huge does pop up, or if there's a bunch of things that kind of happen, we could obviously come on and talk about it a little bit. We'll do that if something like that pops up. But that's good, because if the winter meetings start on the 9th, that means that whole week, there's a chance that stuff could really not transpire until the week after, which that would be that week, but that we're going to be taking off. But we will be here Monday. We'll be here for the 17th, and then there's a chance that we'll be here for the 19th. But we'll keep you informed on all that and let you know what time we're taking off.
But I expect these winter meetings to be extremely active for the Yankees. I think you're going to hear the Yankees name a lot. I'm going to be glued to the MLB network.
I have apps, and we're going to MLB trade rumors and all that stuff. We're just going to be like. It's going to be
refresh.
The MLB app that I have that just keeps popping up with stuff that's going on, and checking Twitter and all these different Heyman and everybody else, Rosenthal and everybody that's popping up with all these trades. We're going to be keeping a close eye on all of them. So, is there anything else, any other trades or anything that you want to talk about before we?
Just one other, maybe just to kind of close the books on the Robinson Cano deal. The one thing that kind of occurred to me over the weekend was, again, we talked about it. We talked about it last week, or we talked about it on Saturday. I mean, I don't think it's a bad trade, but I'm starting to wonder if the Mets just wanted a second baseman and a relief pitcher. They could have done this a lot easier than going after Cano and absorbing a lot of money from that contract. I mean, they got Diaz.
They're only paying him between 12 and 15 a year, though.
No, I know, but you're still taking on a ton of money. Like, there were so many second basemen and so many relief pitchers available in free agency this year. You could have done this without the headache of Robinson Cano. I know you got Diaz.
Yeah.
But you know what? Diaz's arbitration years aren't going to be cheap either. I mean, he's got 3 of them, which is great, but dude, he's good. If he puts up the kind of numbers in New York that he put up in Seattle, you can expect his arbitration numbers to be through the roof. I mean, he'll set arbitration records, because I mean that would be like Mariano Rivera getting to arbitration.
Yeah,
So at least in terms of production. So I don't know. I mean, the Mets are going to be assuming a lot of salary here. Like I said, Diaz is going to get paid over those arbitration years without doubt. And you know what? You got to pay Cano for the next 5 years. And you know how bad the last 2 or 3 years of that contract are going to be, too. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying it wasn't a necessary move. Like, they could have filled those 2 gaps in free agency and probably come out a lot less, spending a lot less money and having to deal with a lot less scrutiny than they are. But I don't know. We'll see.
As of right now, you're talking, you have Cano, who's going to play, you have Diaz, you have Thor, you have...
Let's just say the jury's out on that trade still. And will be for a while. It's not a slam dunk.
If Cano puts up his normal numbers, which is like 300, 15 to 22 home runs, 90 RBIs, and wherever they play them, whether they play in the first or second...
If Cano puts up his numbers, Diaz saves 40+ games, and the Mets make a wild card or something this year, huge success.
Oh yeah,
wildly success.
The Mets fans would be going bananas.
Yeah. I just think you could have saved these prospects, utilized free agency to fill those other gaps, and use these prospects for somebody else.
Yeah, their prospects are just not very good though.
Yeah, I know they're not great, but.
As of right now, they're still even with this good move, they're still a fringe playoff team. They're not there's a chance that they could, if Thor doesn't throw 32 starts next year, they're in bad shape. If Matz can't throw 30 starts and all these guys, they need all of their guys to really go. Yeah, and now they have Diaz, which is great, but they need to fill the gap between the starters and him because. It's not that they still don't have a ton of offensive power. Cespedes obviously coming back will be helpful, and hopefully healthy. He can stay healthy for a full year.
Now you'll have Cano and Cespedes in the middle of that lineup, which is not horrible. And then Conforto.
Conforto, if he can come back and be the player he was a couple years ago before he got hurt.
That's a solid, core of your lineup there.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more. Here.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Andy Williams.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Very nice.
So, I guess the one thing that I did want to talk about, other than that, is...
Other than Andy Williams.
Yeah, other than Andy Williams right now. But I wanted to talk about, just on the way out, the Tyson Fury fight.
If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You have just watched a clip from Sports and Sorts, where we go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday on YouTube. Thanks for watching.